Hello YouTube, this is Sinkay 101 and today I'm doing a small tutorial. I'm going to show you guys, for my Dungeon Defenders fans out there, I'm going to show you guys how to set up a Glitterhelm Insane Hardcore map for soloing and or leveling purposes. Why I chose this map, and it's on Insane Hardcore for you there. This is a great map if you're trying to quickly power level your characters from 1 to 70. This is the map to do it on. And I'm going to show you how to set it up so you'll be able to successfully put it together and you should be able to make it through. Now the requirements for this, there are multiple ways to set it up, multiple people that can do this. I personally have a Countess because the Squire or Countess, either one, they have great towers, and if you set them up properly they can handle this map quite well. So if you'll just watch my build here, first of all on this door we're going to set up some bowling ball turrets. And you might want to set up like I do because you can't set it all up right away. Excuse me. But you can get some basics down before you get the whole thing set up. Now this part right here, a lot of people have argued with me about, but I do this because I like to have something aiming at the crystal in case something does just happen to get by as well. That's mainly for the dragons though. Alright, up here we want a single bowling ball turret for your first wave because that will keep them at bay for the time being, which is pretty much all we're doing. We're just trying to keep our monsters at bay for now because we can defend ourselves. It's on insane, so your character by this point, if you're able to actually hold this yourself, you should be able to defend a little bit as well, which is part of the intended tower build. So yeah, up here we're going to end up having 3 bowling ball turrets. Right now you're going to start with just 1. Alright, we're going to continue back over to our original area. Whoops, don't want to forget any mana chests. You need all that mana. And right here, I always do it like this. You could probably do it with just 1, but I'm just doing it the way I build it. I always put 1 here, and I always put 1 back here, because in the event something breaks through up above this area right up here, because sometimes the warriors like to hop around, get past your defenses. Alright, after that your wave 1 is built. Start the wave, just keep an eye on your map, make sure everything's going well. You might want to keep your ogres at bay for now. Like if you see any ogres and you can take them on, you might want to attempt to, because these defenses aren't going to be able to, they're not capable of actually holding against the ogres quite yet. But once you get this first setup, you should be able to easily just walk around and grab your mana, get some more defenses going, which I always build during the wave for the simple fact that I have a really fast cast rate. Okay, now that we've got some mana, let's finish off this side right here with 3 bowling balls, which is what I usually put here. Alright. Got 3 bowling ball turrets there. Now you can also, if you have a summoner, you can add some little archers here to make sure you're really keeping them at bay with the ogres, or not the ogres, the wyverns, my bad. Alright, now that we got some more mana here, you're going to finish this part off. 3 bowling ball turrets here as well. If you guys want to see stats, I can show those in just a sec once I actually get this all set up. Here we're eventually going to have 3 bowling ball turrets and a bouncer blockade, which we're doing it as we go with the mana that we're collecting. So keep that in mind. And these builds are always subject to change because, different people can get away with different things. I just found this build to actually work out for me quite a few times while power leveling my friends, since, part 2 is coming out and a lot of people don't want to go through the time of actually leveling properly. So I've been helping my friend out leveling, and this build actually successfully got us through Glitterhelm, got him up pretty high in the ranks. Now, for those of you wondering why I'm not picking up the mana chests, I really don't see a need after the first wave, because like I said, you usually pick up enough mana to finish the build right away. Alright, here we're going to have 3 of these slice and dice blockades. Oh, that one's way too close. Got an email on my phone. Alright, you want them right like this. They're just kind of tricky because of that stupid barrel. I had it it just a second ago. It lit up green. Oh, I did it again. There we go. Now to back up this area, oh, we don't have the mana for it yet. Let's grab some mana chests that are laying around here. Because you know sometimes if you play Dungeon Defenders, you'll know sometimes the monsters like to glitch and get back in there and try to spawn a lot of things. Just keep you in a hard position. You'll want to do that. Keep them at bay up there. Alright, that should be enough build for this wave to hold you. Alright. See that? Now we got a nice little thing going here. They're barely even making it out of the doorway for that spot. So sorry guys, I haven't been awake too long. So, you know, clear my throat and whatnot. I guess. I don't know. You know how I normally am. Alright, now that we got that, let's set up the rest of this area. We're going to want one more turret here, along with what I always put, a bouncer blockade to keep them off the turrets. And it keeps them out of this area. The bouncer blockade, they won't attempt to actually make it up into this location. Alright, right there, this build right here, it should be perfect. And if you're power leveling people, here's what you would tell them. You just tell them that they just need to upgrade and keep going. And you should be fine. See this? Now by this point you're just upgrading because you got your defense pretty much set up. As you see, we still have some defense units, so you could go and level or add some more defenses wherever you see fit. Maybe another harpoon here in the air if you wanted to. There's all kinds of things you could do with this. By this point, usually what I do, I don't like to max out my defense units, you know, just in case for whatever reason. But what I would usually do, I have another summoner, so I usually would just go and get my summoner normally and pull out some summons to aid with the defense if needed. But by this point, this should hold you all the way through, and I will I will keep the video going to show you guys the finished product of this build. And of course, you can always run through and fight, because this is a tower character. You know, while the level's going, I'll show you. My stats kinda suck up here, because the seahorse is really killing my health. But it gives me good stats for my towers. I got nothing put up here. I put all my points into these stats down here, all except AoE. And yeah, that's my stats set. I usually just get a pretty decent weapon for DPS because I don't intend on going out and fighting a whole lot. This is just backup because it's uninsane. I'm level 75. You should be able to do this by 74. I wouldn't recommend Glitterhelm until you're at least 74 and have some mythical gear, because Glitterhelm is kind of difficult even on just insane at first. Yep, see, we got an ogre down there. Let's go see what he's doing. This is why I said you gotta keep your ogres at bay. They sometimes like to do this and get stuck and cheat. So you kind of just want to come up behind them, kill them. The ogres do enjoy cheating. So you know what, actually, let's up these. And we could actually, just because we have the extra defense units, how about, since that ogre tried to trick us, we could just, you know, put a little harpoon up here. Keep him at bay if he does that again. Alright, you just keep it going by this point. Just upgrade during the wave. Just keep it going. And you will have this map finished like nothing. And it is on Insane Hardcore, like I said earlier, and I showed earlier. Might want to go check our top points. A nice trick for those of you who don't know, if you look on the map, you can actually see if any of your things are flashing, you will know they're taking a lot of damage or close to death. That's what you just want to keep an eye on if you don't want to have to run around. Which I enjoy running around just because. Oh, that ogre's being mean. Let's see how long it takes to kill this guy. Oh, and the ogre's down. Barely did any damage. That's what I like about these slice and dicers. Keep your ogres at bay. Just all this game is about keeping your ogres at bay. Great setup build, guys. Another note while we're finishing this out, if anyone wants to see any other builds, I don't know a whole lot of builds for this game because I just got to the point where I'm finally doing my own builds. I used to just join other games and help them DPS, but since my friends started playing, I've been doing a lot of builds. So if anyone wants to see some other builds, possibly just leave a comment, send me a message, whatever. I'll see what I can do, because I kind of just wing every time I do this. Like, this build was actually just me winging it, and it seemed to work out afterwards. So if you guys want to see some other builds, I could give it a good go. We almost finished a Misty Mire Forest on Insane Hardcore, but we got to the boss and we were unable to kill the boss because I don't have the high level characters yet. Keep it going. You don't even have to upgrade. You just upgrade to your own whim if you want to keep the mana. No need for it. What I would suggest, repair during build phase and upgrade during the fight, because I do know a lot of people, you do upgrade a lot faster while in this compared to just trying to repair buildings in most situations. So I usually just upgrade during the wave, to where that way if there's something that needs dire health, you can just upgrade it really quick, especially if you got cast speed like my Countess here. If you got this kind of cast speed, you can do all kinds of stuff. See these wyverns, keeping them at bay. You see, that's just something this game's all about, keeping your monsters at bay. It's just a wonderful thing. All you gotta do in this game. It's a wonderful game. I did notice you guys started, I didn't even take note of it until recently, but you guys had been watching Dungeon Defenders video I upload quite a bit, and everyone thought to try and make some Dungeon Defenders videos. So here we go, we're gonna start doing some Dungeon Defenders tutorials. Get pumped for part 2, even though it's not looking as good as this one was. But I am still pumped to play part 2. I will do videos on that when I do get into that. For you Dungeon Defenders fans, need more mana. Dum bum bum. Love the shield. I don't know why. It's just like an epic shield. Get us some mana. Those have been upgraded. Bouncer blockade needs repairs. That's the only thing to this build. You just gotta keep an eye on it, because it is not a flawless build. It's not one of those builds like build it and you get to sit back and enjoy the show. No, you gotta. This thing requires maintenance. But if you're power leveling people, like I said, just tell them to stand on certain places and repair and upgrade. That's all you want them to do. Just repair and upgrade. That's how you win this. And here we go, final wave. About to finish out the Glitterhelm Caverns. This map is a good place to get you leveled up. I think you can go from 1 to 40 in the first wave. I don't even know. You get pretty high up there though. Take you quite a ways. Especially if you're making brand new characters. Perfect place to do so in Glitterhelm. Would never not recommend it. I personally don't run people, I only run my friend. Because, you know, he's kind of new to the game, he didn't understand. It was kind of me giving him a tutorial and at the same time getting him up there so he could do some Nightmare with me. So, if you guys want to run people for whatever reason, I know a lot of people out there who are kind enough to go out, level the newbies. It's cool and all, I just haven't ever done it myself really. Let's see how long this ogre will last to my bowling balls. Should do pretty well. Once you get the build set up, it's just in the beginning you gotta really keep these ogres. You gotta keep an eye on them, because they can destroy your stuff pretty easily in the beginning. See, we didn't even need to upgrade. I mean, just do it for the extra DPS, the health, regeneration, whatever. Get more health. Not necessary though. I'm just upgrading buff guy. Like to upgrade stuff. I don't know, I just love how like the final wave it always plays the most epic music, like you are gonna win this dungeon. By the way, anyone wondering anything about this game, my friend actually asked me about the DLC. I'm just gonna throw this out here because I'm doing a Dungeon Defenders video. DLC is not necessary. I would recommend you get the Eternia shards though, it's a great thing to have. There you go, you get the Earth Shaper, and I've also gotten a gun and a thing called a key at one point. Like a QI, whatever. Weapon, but that's the Insane Hardcore Glitterhelm Caverns. Great place to power level your friends, yourself, whatever. If you really wanted to hook up a controller, you can do the build on one character, be controlling your newbie characters on another. They'll both get the same amount of experience. Could just get the build set up, and once you got it going good, switch to another character and level him. That's always a great thing to do. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a comment, give me a thumbs up. It's much appreciated, because I know you guys like the Dungeon Defenders videos. It's been kind of proven by me looking at some of the other view counts on the others. And as always, subscribe to SGN to keep up with what's going on here. I know I've been slacking on the uploads. I'm very sorry about that. I'm going to try to fix that And like I said, if you guys want any more of these Dungeon Defender builds, I'd be glad to do it. Just leave some comments on which ones you like to see, and I'll be doing some periodically as well, probably. Like, I might do even more today, I don't even know if I have the time. Get around to doing some more builds, showing those, but like I said, I'm still new at this whole building thing, just kind of winging it. So maybe I'll do one of those. It'll be like a random recording of me trying to wing a build with my friend, who knows. But anyway, thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.